You are capable. You are fierce. You are able to be mentally tough and to handle the hard emotions and hard feelings or things that come up in your life. And I want to share, I'm a teacher. I've been through my 20s, the ups and downs, and how I've been able to still have my high standard and still deal with all that stuff in an effective way and not let it completely ruin or take over my life. We need to have empathy and compassion. I get it. But we also need to have a certain amount of mental toughness to be able to handle the obstacles that come at us when we're going towards our goals, when we're trying to achieve something, when we're trying to show up as a certain type of person, right? As a parent, there's stuff that comes up. I have a stepson and a son, and I need to be able to thrive with my job, with my business, with YouTube, with my health, with my kids, with my family. And so I'm going to share some tips on how to be more mentally tough and to deal with these emotions and to have a stronger mindset to keep pushing no matter what comes your way. All right, number one, you need to know who you are. This has helped me so much. The more I've gotten to know myself, or I've always believed that I am tough, that I am strong, that I am confident and capable of getting through anything. I know who I am. I have believed this by being in sports, by what my parents have spoke into me, by just life examples, getting through certain things, even at a young age in my life and overcoming, right? And so when you know who you are, when you know that you have gotten through something hard before, when you know what it takes and what you need to do and that you've done that, it helps. So if you have evidence that you've gone through something in your life before and you've made it out, that helps a lot. But if you don't, maybe you constantly let your emotions overtake you. Maybe that is a chance to say, hey, I'm going to decide now that I'm not the type of person that just lets the emotions of other people or the emotions of myself completely destroy me and my goals. You get to decide that. And so when you say, no, you start feeling overwhelmed, you might start feeling anxious, all this stuff, you say, no. I know who I am. I know that I am stronger than this. I know that I am going to show up this way, right? I'm going to show up this way. And that helps you so much. Number two, be a good human and know you're a good human and have these good intentions. When you have good intentions, when you maybe are going for a goal and you are like, I really need to do this, like YouTube, I really want to show up and serve people and help reduce other people's suffering in the world and help them to live the lives they want to live, then I need to show up. I need to figure out how to get better at doing YouTube. I need to figure out how to have better lighting, how to have better sound, how to have better editing, how to make better thumbnails. I have to do that work. I have to make time in my busy schedule. I have to do that. And so if you know what you want and you have a good why behind it, like if you're a parent and you're struggling with your emotions or handling life or trying to get your money together and all this stuff, which I talk about on my channel, how to have more money and have more time and freedom and peace, then you have a why that is good. I am a good person. I want to put God's love and light into the world. I want to be an amazing parent. I want to be an amazing employee at work and show up and help and serve. I want to do this in my community. I want to do this mission, whatever it is. If you have a mission that is powerful, that serves, that is about love and light and giving back and supporting, it can really help you to say, I need to suck it up and I need to get better, right? I'm not saying never feel. I have a lot of strategies. I'm going to do more videos in the future because I think mindset and emotions are critical and can really prevent people from being successful or living the lives that they want. But feel what you feel, all that stuff, but then move on in spite of it and have strategies that you can do to continue on, which we'll talk more about. If you don't exercise, you have to start. I exercised my whole life and was always outside, was playing soccer and basketball and so many different sports. I would try anything and just be tumbling and cheering and jumping on the trampoline and so many things, capture the flag, flashlight tag, whatever. I was constantly moving. And then eventually got to college and then I did become a fitness instructor eventually and certain things like that. But when I was an adult, there was a period in COVID and things, I didn't really go to the gym anymore. And it was fine at first until it wasn't. And I started having more emotions and things come up and it was harder to handle things. But I wasn't doing the one thing that is scientifically proven to help me. And so seriously, there's so much science out there. I can do a video on this as well. So much science that to help manage stress, to be more focused, to have a stronger brain, to have better brain health, to be more confident, to be more calm, to be able to handle depression and sadness, to feel better. Guys, exercise is the key. So if you don't exercise, if you don't challenge yourself in the gym, then your life is going to challenge you more and it's going to be harder to handle those challenges. You have to get exercise. You have to get moving. You have to do something hard, challenge the mind, exhaust the body to tame the mind and to tame yourself and to give yourself more power and control over your emotions and over your life. I've seen it firsthand. I didn't realize how powerful exercise was. Like I knew I loved it and it was amazing. But when I didn't exercise very much, it completely changed my mood and how I was able to handle things. And so I knew I needed to add it back in. Number 4, this might sound counterintuitive, but one of the best ways to be more mentally tough is to do things that require you to be mentally tough. Okay? So I do recommend playing your life on offense, being intentional, getting your workouts in, doing those things, eating healthy. All of those things and taking care of yourself is a great, great way to be more mentally tough, because if you're taking care of you, everything else is easy. Everything else is easy. So let's talk about that. Take care of yourself and then everything becomes easier. When I'm getting enough rest, when I'm eating my whole foods and healthy, balanced meals and taking care of myself, when I am getting to the gym, when I'm doing things that matter to me, when I am just fueling my body and my mind and listening to coaches, listening to good things, I'm more equipped to handle life. If you're drinking all the time, if you have bad habits, if you're eating a bunch of crap that doesn't make you feel good, if you're never getting to the gym, if you are just sitting watching TV for hours and hours, if you don't get sleep, if you have too much going on and you're just going from here to there, you're not taking care of your machine, your body, your vessel, everything's going to be hard. And so I know as being a parent and being an adult, there's not a lot of time, or it becomes harder. You're more drained. You don't have as much energy. You have so many more responsibilities. And I'm happy to support you in this. This is what I feel really called to do. But you have to take care of yourself. It makes it so much easier to deal with the hard emotions, to deal with the stressors, to deal with the stuff when you are taking care of you. Number 5. You want to feel the feelings, acknowledge them, be aware of them. I'm huge on emotional intelligence, which I can talk more about. But know that and then decide anyways. So even when I'm recording, or even recently, right? There's stuff going on, or if your kids are having a hard time and then I'm like, I have to show up and record and I really want to, but then I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're starting to get stressed, or these emotions are popping up, or you have all these things to do. But when I have a schedule, I'm like, no, this is my schedule. This is what we're doing. It's okay. We're allowed to have feelings come up. I'm going to do it anyways. So feel the feelings and do it anyways. There are times where, like, if something really major happened in your life, maybe you do need to take a minute. But I think sometimes just because we have a down moment, or if we start to feel a little stressed, that doesn't mean you just go, oh, I'm not going to do what I want to do. I'm not going to do that. Right. And I think earlier in my 20s, I heard people saying just give yourself a break, give yourself a rest. You don't have to just keep going. But then I did that. And then I kept doing that and doing that and doing that. And that's when I wasn't really exercising. And then I felt worse. So don't let yourself off the hook too much. You don't have to be so rigid where you never do. And you're just like, no. And if that works for you, great. But be careful not to go to the other spectrum, the other side, because that's not necessarily healthy either. I know even I go to the gym every day and I felt great. Some gym sessions I'm feeling amazing and from the get-go, and I'm dancing and loving it and have the energy, and I'm waving to people and smiling and dancing and learning and all that stuff. But then sometimes I'm don't have as much energy, or things come up, but I'm going anyways. Even yesterday, I was I kind of feel a little sore, and my IT band was having an issue again. I thought I fixed it, but then it started flaring up again because I've been going harder in the gym on leg days and things. And so I was I don't know. And it's Friday. Let me go hang out with my family because I love my family. I was Elizabeth, go to the gym. And I did. And I ended up staying a tiny bit longer than normal. And I felt really good. I didn't go super hard, but I was lifting slowly all my weights and nice heavy weights. And I just moved along and I learned and listened to some of my coaches, and that was great. I didn't listen to fancy pump up music, but I went. And so sometimes you just got to make yourself go. Sometimes you just have to do it because mood follows action. If you do something, I know, like even spending time with your spouse, guess what? Then sometimes you're going to feel way better after you do that, right? When you do something, when you eat healthier, you're going to feel better. When you spend time with your kids and you get that connection, you feel more connected and better. When you go to the gym and exercise, you often feel better, or at least you typically don't regret going. So sometimes you just got to make yourself go. Number 6, face your fears. Face them. The best way to be more mentally tough is to do hard things. Do the things that scare you. Do the things that are uncomfortable. I know that I was good at that in some regard. In some regard, I wasn't. Even I got rid of my bangs after 30 years, and that was a little nerve-wracking at first and uncomfortable. Or starting YouTube, I felt uncomfortable, even though I felt like it was right. And so you gotta face those things. Some things I am an advocate for, just removing yourself or toxic people or toxic things, I'm not saying just go keep being around toxic people. You can learn a lot from it, but there's certain boundaries you can absolutely set, but there are some things where just do the hard things, do challenging things, and then it makes everything easier. I've even been listening to, I watch the Kansas City Chiefs sometimes, and I really root for them and advocate for them. I was listening to Bill Belichick, and he said that they always practiced harder than in the games. So if you're doing hard things already in your own personal life, when life throws hard things at you, it doesn't feel as hard because you're like, I've already handled that. I've already been through harder things. Number 7, one of the best things that has helped me is to surround myself with positivity. So, right, we wanted to take care of ourselves, but if you want to be mentally tough, you're not going to put garbage around you. You're not going to put garbage into your mind. You're not going to surround yourself with things that don't help you. You have to fill your mind with good. You have to fuel yourself. I listen to music that pumps me up, that makes me feel energetic, makes me feel positive, makes me feel empowered. You have to do that. Even I listen to coaches, I have mentors, that helps as well. And even social media, I have it as a positive place where I'm learning or where I'm being encouraged. That helps me be stronger when I, number 1, am seeing messages of empowerment, of toughness, of capability that you can do this, but also other people that are doing hard things or that did hard things and that went through hard things and they still figured it out and showed up. We all know that. We know people or have been there ourselves when we might play the victim or say, poor me, like I've been through this stuff or I'm going through this stuff. I have empathy and that sucks. It's never fun to go through anything tough, but I've seen lots of people that have been through hard things and they figure it out. They figure out their habits. They deal with their traumas. They deal with their insecurities and their problems and their issues, and they don't let that define them or don't let that define their life. And so if you want to live a certain life, it doesn't matter what you're going through or what you've been through. You can make a change. You can make a change. I've been in many different situations in my life where I'm like, it's crazy. That's where I was. And I'm like, amazed that I'm here now and grateful that I chose to believe in myself, chose to believe in a different vision for myself. And now I'm there and I'm getting even further along. And I'm so grateful that I saw that vision and I saw the example of other people who had been through hard things or who have decided to be a high performer and step up and go through it and not let it get in their way. At the end of the day, you're the only one who can get in the way. There can be people that are annoying, that are hard, that are difficult. I get it. I've been through that. There can be your own mind that is annoying and hard and difficult. I've been through that. There can be obstacles or a lack of money, a lack of skill, lack of knowledge, whatever. That's okay. You can still figure it out. You can still figure it out. And so I just want to encourage you that no matter what you're going through, it's okay to have compassion for yourself. It's okay to feel those things, but I want you to shine. I want you to be who you're capable of being. And if you want to be that, we can be kind and compassionate, but we got to step it up and we got to be firm and we got to play life on offense and go get what we want. You have to believe that. So start surrounding yourself with good people. Start building good habits. Start having a higher expectation and standard for yourself in your life. and figure out what you need to do to win. Get around the right people, start doing the right things. Follow me if you want more encouragement. This is who I am. I'm always figuring out how I can live a happier and healthier life and not let just life overtake me, or, oh, I have to do the traditional way and I don't want to do the traditional way. Isn't there a better way? And finding what works for me. So if you resonate with any of this, feel free to check out this video where it shows 15 habits of highly successful people. I hope it helps you out.